Since it's summertime, sometimes I like to just sit outside for a few minutes to kind of get inspired for a project or working on a glue book or doing some painting. My view is spectacular where I live, but it's nice to just, when the weather is perfect, it's a little bit cloudy today, but the sun's shining and there's a light breeze. It's not too hot. It's just lovely. And it kind of gets me in the mood to create something. I feel like I'm kind of dragging today. And you sometimes have to make some kind of effort or have a strategy. So I have to motivate myself. And one way to do that is just to do something really pleasant for only maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Put you in a better position to create. This is how far I've got. This is a pad of scrapbook. Well, they call it craft paper. I would call it scrapbook paper. And because it's the same size as the calendar, I decided to use it as a background. Now, I've just got a pile of stuff here. Let me just move a few things. I pulled out a few, wait a minute, what have I got going here? I pulled out some pages, some magazine pages, and sorted through them. And this is what I want to do. See this paper here and this paper here? I covered up the calendar pages first so that I could use the bigger images from the magazines and not have to worry about something like the calendar showing through. So that's what I'm doing again. And this is a paper that I just got from a dollar store, actually. It's one of my favorite places to go looking for things because the price is right. And I kind of think the less you can spend on your craft, the more you can do. So I want to choose something more in the blue range, I think, than the green, but I haven't done green so much. I like this because it's got some pink in it, so I'm not going to dither. I'm just going to pull them out. And this is a funny thing, this pad, because it's got this perforation line, which means you have to cut it off. And there's some more blue, there's some more greens. What else we got here? So maybe I'll just use this one, just so the colors go. You know, if you followed me for any length of time, I sort of go from one subject to the next because multitasking doesn't work. We all know that by now, even though it's been talked about for years. That really your mind just goes from one thing to the next, and it can go quickly, but you can't really think about two things at once very effectively anyway. So when I'm trying to work on something here and trying to talk, sometimes it doesn't work out. Now, because I cut that off, these are just a little bit shorter. But see how this is? I'll put some washi tape on it or something. I'm going to put them towards the bottom and go from there. I'm not really crazy about this piece, but it works, and it's going to be mostly covered up anyway. As I was saying about just kind of being distracted from your position is so easy to have happen because there are just so many distractions. And I don't know how else to put that, but I think it depends how many distractions we allow ourselves to have. That means, like, I've never done this, but I don't know if this means anything to you, but if you have your television on all day talking at you, how can you not be distracted by it? And it's possible that sound going on in the background all the time is distracting you in ways you don't even realize. Now, is that important? Well, it depends. Some people can't not have background noise. For example, the minute I leave the house, my husband turns on the radio. And even if he's not in the room, which frequently he isn't, he'll have it yapping away in the background somewhere. Do not ask me why, because he will turn it on, he'll go to a different room. I'll come home and the thing's blaring and he's somewhere else in the house. I don't understand it, but he knows I really can't stand the radio and that kind of background noise. So usually he says, you can turn that off if you want to, which I've already probably done, because I don't want those kind of distractions going on. I don't want somebody talking at me because I can't not listen. And maybe that's the difference. If you can not listen, then it's not going to be a problem. Okay, I have a little piece of washi tape here. Let's see. I pulled out a few different pictures just because they're so pretty. And I really like this one. It's so warm. And I like these guys too. And this one, I think some of these have appeared in a different magazine or more than once, because I think I used that one time and even that one. So I think magazines reuse some of their photographs. In fact, I've seen ones. I was somewhere the other day looking, I've just pulled out a decorating magazine, sort of cottage decorating, and it had the same picture I've seen an article on, and actually 2 different articles on in the same publication. So they obviously are reusing them. You know what? This is kind of bothering me. I'm going to cut this off first. Okay, I'm going to look for color now. Now, do I like that color there? I don't think so. I might have to dig into my other things. You know, that doesn't really suit either. I love this one. Yeah, I think I could enjoy that one. All right, let's go over here. I think I'm going to go with those 2. I like that. Okay, let's do this one. I might even put it on this side and put something else on the outside so I can cover that up. And this reminds me of some hot country that I probably haven't been to yet. Yet being the operative word. Should I put this? I think I like that one there and this one here. This one has no words to cover up, but it's got lots of stuff that could be and still have the picture very available. Now I need to find my paper. I know what I'm going to do. First of all, I want to cut out these birds because I really like them. They're some kind of egret, I am guessing. I love their red legs and beaks. So I had a little visit with my husband last night at supper time. I used to be a travel agent, and that's when I got introduced to going on cruises, which I love. So we had a big anniversary and I had a big birthday several years ago. And we went on a cruise. It's a big holiday. I loved it. He not so much. I think if he was honest, or if he examined his feelings a little bit more, he would remember that at the time he loved it. Now he thinks he doesn't want to go. So what can you do? The way I look at it is I can live his life or I can live mine, and then we have life together. But some of the things that we want to do don't work together. So I'm okay with doing things with other people. For example, my oldest daughter and I have traveled quite a bit together because she loves to travel and she gets lots of time off with her job. But sometimes she's just not available. So I'm thinking today, okay, I can just pine the rest of my life for what I really want to do, or I can find another way that, that doesn't rely on my husband's agreement or participation. Why did I glue it? That didn't make sense. Okay, I'm gonna have to work fast on this because it's going to dry. So I'm making a plan in my head, in my mind. I'd like to go to the Caribbean. I'd like to do a Mediterranean cruise. I asked my daughter about it and she was like, kind of, I don't know, but I think I can probably get her to come along. And otherwise, I have a sister-in-law who would love to, but I don't know that she's up to it or available coming up this year because her grandson is coming to live with them. She's very happy about, but you know, sometimes things don't work out that well. All right, there, I've got something done here. Okay, I told you I was a little scatterbrained today. I told you. You were warned. I'll try and get it together, really. Anyway, I have a very good friend who lives in Florida, and we've been talking about getting together again for years. We actually met on the internet and started, you know, conversing and whatnot and making plans together, and we're just like birds of a feather, basically. So then I went to visit her in her home in Florida several years ago, 13 years ago actually. And in the intervening years, she moved to Memphis and then Nashville or something like that because, you know, family stuff. And now she's back in Florida. So I was going to go last year, and then it just didn't seem like the right time. You know how that is? Sometimes you just kind of know in your belly. So we talk like regularly on Skype. I said, well, maybe this year it'll work out. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just go have a visit, and then I'll get my daughter to meet me, and we'll get on a cruise going down to the Caribbean or something. Or maybe we should have a subscribers cruise. What do you think of that idea? That would be fun, I think, wouldn't it? If a bunch of us just got together and said, let's meet up and, you know, go on a little outing. All right, concentrate here. I want something that'll go in here in this spot nicely. It has to be kind of this shape because I want to cover that up. Mind you, I could add another little picture, I suppose. I'm not really liking that one. It's not going to work anyway. I am going to do this one right here first, and then I can add trimming things afterwards. Anyway, I've been thinking, my husband and I are actually planning a little getaway for about 6 days. Just, it's a driving trip. I mean, it's so close we can drive there. In here, that would be nice. Okay. Because I think me probably more than he, need a break. And oh, just so you know, I did ask a couple of videos ago if you would be interested in seeing more videos per week. So instead of 1 a week, 2 a week. And a lot of people said, yes, you'd love that. So I haven't forgotten. And I just have to, I've got a bunch of stuff coming up in the next 3-4 weeks. So I'm not going to be able to do it till later on. But it is sort of part of my plan now. I would like to increase my posts. That looks nice, doesn't it? Need something pretty in here. Let's do that right now. See if there's something that looks kind of tropical. Believe me, pumpkins and chickens are not it. That one. Perfect. Okay. This looks like Spain, southern Spain, or Portugal maybe. It'd be nice to cut those little white spots out, but they're too finicky to do that, so I'm not going to. Don't want to take all day on this. Anyways, I've done a few YouTube shorts, and honestly, I'm still trying to figure out that app. I thought I could do it on my computer, which apparently you can in some way, but every time I've tried, it just hasn't worked out. It's like, okay, well, where do I go from here? And I've ended up, and then, you know, you do it once a week or something, and I forget from one time to the next. It's like, well, how did I make that work last time? And it's like, I don't know. I will figure it out, and I'm going to put that there. I don't think I like this because it's not what I'm looking for. So let's look through some of these again. They have sort of a different vibe. This is European for sure, I think, or Mexico, or somewhere hot anyway. I thought I had enough pages found, but apparently not. Okay, so what was I talking about? Oh, look at that. I would like that to be my pathway. I know what it was. I was saying about doing extra videos. I would really like to do that. So I'm just going to say, hang on. It'll probably take a few weeks because I have to figure out how I can speed up the editing, which is the slowest part. Sometimes that and the thumbnails, I put a lot of time into those things. I want to find some small pictures. These are all the great big pages. And if you haven't seen any of my YouTube shorts, I would love to have you have a look at them, but try not to laugh because they're a bit amateur. Anyway, I will get it figured out. Okay, I gotta flip faster here. These ones from the French magazine, they're all such big pages that, and those are the ones I kind of want to save for full page spreads. So I think I'm going to have to dig down a little bit here till I get to the ones from Coastal Living, which have smaller things. Oh, that's French. Okay, escape to Eleuthera. That's really nice, but okay, this side is a little bit more European looking, which is a bit of a quandary because this side is more sort of beachy, hot climate, and this one, well, there's a bunch of pictures here. Something should work. I'm trying to imagine my husband in an outfit like that. Not on your life. He is pretty conservative. Oh, here's a bunch. These ones will work. Okay, that gives me some more to work with. I had a lot of magazines, so this is only half of what I've got here. I can make these books until all of those things are gone. Okay, I had decided maybe this one, these anthuriums. That one's nice. It goes with the background. Or there's that one. Or the bed. Okay, first I'm going to cut this ragged edge off because I just tore these out. It was the quickest. I had so much to deal with. I like this lantern. So this looks good with this page. So as far as more videos, I have taken steps. I want you to know, I have taken steps to be able to film better. And like one of the things that has frustrated me a lot is lighting around the house. And so I've ordered new lights that should be here sometime today, apparently, or tomorrow. And they're portable, so I can just stand them up, plug them in, turn them on, and I'm good to go. It's kind of a jumble, like a mixture of styles and everything, but that's okay. All right, let's deal with this. And while I have your attention, if I still do, which I assume I do, because if you're still here at this minute in the video, please subscribe to my channel and click the little bell so you get the notifications when I have new videos. And also, I would love it if you'd leave a comment and click the like button, because apparently that does something that actually helps me. I'm going to have to read up on that. Apparently it affects the algorithm somehow, so it would be lovely if you could do that. I almost don't want to put the yellow in there, you know. So I'm just going to do this for now, and I think I'm going to just put some kind of sticker in there. This is a new glue. This is my old one. I accidentally left the lid off once and it got really dried out and too sticky to use. But the new one is great. Just slides right on there. So what I'm going to do right now is get some stickers and find something. I have this Bunches of Botanicals, a blooming sticker book, and loads of ephemera, an unforgettable vintage sticker book. I actually like this one better. Some of these are kind of weird, and some are even a little bit creepy, but I want to find something sort of tropical looking. How about this? I'm just going to put it in the middle there to give it balance. I think that's enough. And do I want something on this side? I don't think I do, because I've got that. Oh, I forgot to do that. I've got to cover that up. I think I know what I'm going to put on there. I've got it. These are ones that I made for an event at the church. And if I place it just right, it handily covers that up. There we go. There we go. All right. There we have it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment. I would love to know what you think, and I will see you next time.